Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey.
Yeah, that sounds crispy.
Perfect. I can turn it down if you need. Mind talking to your mic?
Yes. Hey, what's going on?
Oh, that sounds so good. That mic I just got, and it's such a better quality than all my other mics.
What
And
What kind is it?
I have no idea. I need an extra mic, and I ran
Yeah.
into Guitar Center, and
Oh,
the
yeah.
kid was being a dick to me, and I was like,
Yeah.
whatever the cheapest, best one is. That was like $60.
No shit. Yeah, this is good. I usually have to eat the mic. I got like a soft voice.
I eat the mic, and I'm a loud person.
Oh,
My
really?
arm gets tired, so I'll like
Yeah.
lean
you
the mic on my chin.
Chin rest?
But then I'll get like acne on my chin.
Oh, that's nasty. That could be it. It could be something else.
Yeah.
You never know.
This is how I found out I had herpes.
Yeah.
Yo, I feel like I shouldn't start the podcast this way, but
Okay.
I do have a story about that. About
Okay.
how. No. I'll tell you the story to bring it up, and then we'll start because I
Okay.
don't want this to be
All right.
in the podcast.
All
I I got a yeast infection once from a chick.
For real?
Yeah. And I didn't know what it was, so I went to the CVS Minute Clinic
Yeah.
in my town. This is while I was in college. And I was like, what is this? And like, she didn't know guys could. It was like a nurse practitioner.
Yeah, I didn't know
And
that.
so I didn't know either. So
Okay.
she starts taking like dick pics and sending it to other doctors to try to figure it out.
What?
Yeah.
So your dick's out there, and
Out there, this doctor has like multiple pictures of my yeasty ass dick. It looks like a fucking sourdough loaf.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't know that. Damn, you got burnt, but like not really.
Yeah, it's like an STD, but not.
Yeah, it's a
It's
soft
like
STD.
a light. It's like a Diet Coke.
Yeah. Damn, man.
Now you know why I didn't want to start the podcast
Yeah,
with that story. Like I would, but
Yeah.
if that was the first thing, because a
Right.
lot of people are going to be watching
Right.
you, and you're not like, you're pretty like,
Clean?
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I always feel like I'm not, but I guess I don't know. I wouldn't consider myself clean, but I am. I guess I'm not like.
Do you feel like you have to be because of like?
A little bit, just because I know I can't. Like, I'm afraid to even post a clip that has me saying shit in it, because so many like, I'm still in the school. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
That's what I mean. That'd be scary as fuck.
yeah,
It's like my mom worked at the school I went to growing up.
Oh
And I'd
really?
be so scared to get in trouble because like she'd find out before I found out.
She what did she teach there? Or?
Yeah, she was like a 4th grade teacher.
Oh, that's.
But that's kind of like you. Like if you get canceled, you'll get canceled at work before you will like
Right.
in the
Right.
fucking
Yeah.
universe.
Well, I did post a clip once on TikTok with the F-bomb in it. And that's when I realized like how many like kids had
They
fallen.
talked to you about it, the school?
No, the kids were just like, "Ooh, Mr. James is they were like, "Mr. James be swearing."
It's like, speak with me with proper grammar.
Yeah, come on.
You're going to swear at me.
All right,
It is crazy that we did improv classes together.
I know, dude. That
That's
seems
what
like, dude, that seems like a blur. I want to hear. Do you remember anything about
I remember
that?
it very well.
Really?
Because I remember you being mad funny and you saying you wanted to start stand-up.
Yes.
Because it was before you had done it.
Yeah.
And I was the same way. I was like,
Yep.
I wanted to do stand-up, but I was too scared to do it.
Yeah.
And you had like slick back hair.
Yes.
You'd look like you were in Greece. Like you
Yeah,
had like the leather
dude,
jacket.
It was like the Fonz.
Yeah, exactly. I remember that. And you
Yeah.
talked about being a janitor then.
Yeah. It's been my thing for.
And you went by
forever.
Jimmy Cash.
What?
I was reading that article and I was like, that's not his real name.
Yeah. It's been it was my rap name. This is a rap
wait, you
podcast.
rap?
This is a rap podcast, right?
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. I don't rap, but like everybody rapped in high school. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
mhm.
It was kind of like you had to rap your way
And
through.
Jimmy Cash was your rap name?
Well, it was a nickname my buddy gave to me. So just like based on, we'd go to the check depot in Worcester. It was in Kelly Square. It was where you cash your checks.
Mhm.
It was just, if you didn't have a bank, you just go there and wait in line. And
Did they have like the bars on the windows?
yes, yeah.
Yeah,
It was
exactly.
shady as hell. So then my buddy when we used to buy, who I used to buy weed from every like Friday or Thursday, whenever I got paid, it'd be like, I'd come out of there and be like Jimmy Cash. And that's how it stuck.
That's how you got the name?
Yes.
Why did you use that name when we did improv together?
I don't know, because I knew I was gonna do stand up. I know I was like, I'm not gonna. That was one of the things I was scared. What if the school finds out that I'm doing stand up? I better use my other name.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
But I don't know why I did it in I did it everywhere. I used to go to AA conferences, like, because I've been sober for a while. My name tag, Jimmy Cash. So like ever since high school, it's been like.
Do you remember that at all? I was so young.
I remember. But
I was like
the improv class.
Yeah. There was that guy Bryce Hansen who was a stand-up.
Was this a level 2 class or the level 1? Were we in which one?
I think we did both of them together.
Oh, we did both of them?
I think we did both of them together.
It was fun.
There was a dude, I probably shouldn't have said his name, but whatever. He was a really funny. He was a stand-up, and I remember him being like, I want to keep doing stand-up, but my wife like wants me to stop.
Oh,
do you remember this?
No.
And I don't know why, but that scared the hell out of me.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yes.
that can happen?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Hey, your wife becomes a parent. It's scary.
And I don't know if he does stand-up anymore.
I've never heard. I heard of him, I guess, because we had class together. But I only remember you, and I remember one short little dude being wicked funny, like little stocky dude. Is that him? Is that Bryce Hansen?
No, I don't think so. I feel bad I used his name. I hope
What?
he's
This
doing
isn't like
well.
AA or something.
No, I know. But that was so weird. Like, I just wanted to do improv because I was too scared to do stand-up.
Exactly. Yeah, I didn't know how to get my foot in the door. I felt like
Which is so silly now.
I felt like I was time traveling because I spent like my 20s as a janitor and as a father, and I didn't even know where you started stand-up. Like, if I like, I look back and like, if I even had listened to podcasts, I would have like heard comics talk. I was out of the I didn't get into listening to podcasts till I was like 30.
You had your
32.
So you had your kid early 20s.
20.
20.
Yeah.
So yeah, you couldn't really like
I didn't know what
live
was
your
going
dreams. Like, you had to like buckle down and
Buckle
handle
down.
shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
So
did you want to do stand-up? Like,
yeah, I wanted to do stand-up. And I wanted to do, like, it goes back to, like, as a kid, I thought I wanted to be on SNL or an Adam Sandler movie,
Yeah.
I just wanted to be in Billy Madison. I wanted to go back in time and be, like, a character in Billy Madison.
but did you want to be a stand-up? Like,
that evolved. No, not until I got a little bit older. Because I didn't think you could do it. I was like, I just didn't think, like, I thought you had to be, like, born into, like, a, you know what I mean? Have like a vision or something.
Yeah, no,
you know what I mean? Like Jerry Seinfeld. Like, I thought they'd go out there and just like freestyle.
yeah, like
I thought it was
someone
off
would
the
just
top of
find
the
you,
dome.
Like, you'd say a joke in like a bar sometime, and a guy would be like, "You're really funny. You
Yes.
want to be a stand-up?"
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then that's how it starts. Yeah.
Yeah, but I thought you had to live in New York City. I was so detached from like how it really.
But when did you like want to be? Like, when did that happen?
When did I say I'm gonna do it?
Yeah, or you were like, "Damn, that's something I really wanted to do as stand-up."
Mid-20s.
So you had your
Yeah,
kid.
my kid was a little and I was going to school part-time. I went to community college for like 20 years.
Have you graduated yet?
I did.
Wow, congratulations.
Top of the class.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yeah. High honors,
You
dean's
swept
list.
up.
Yeah, I cleaned that shit up. And then I transferred and then I dropped out. But
And then you started improv school.
started it. Yeah. Graduate. Yeah.
Grad school
got
at
a,
improv asylum.
got a scholarship.
Masters.
Yeah. But I
What
did
were
I
you in
do?
school for?
Just like general studies or whatever.
You just wanted the
basic
degree.
math. Yeah, I wanted to like learn. I felt like I messed up my life. I was a janitor. I was like, I should go back to school now. Because I spent my teen years just like ripping and running, like
Partying?
partying. Yeah. Drugs, hard drugs.
Yeah, your sober is. This is like one of the first episodes I haven't smoked with the guest before.
I'm sorry.
No, don't.
Sorry,
I smoked
sorry,
by myself.
before
you
I,
got here, yeah.
man.
That's
And
why
I'm
I
the,
lit
I'm the
that
sober
lavender incense.
oh, I like the smell. I like weed smell better than lavender.
Yeah, I like the incense.
No,
I've been thinking about like, damn, were you ever a heavy smoker?
weed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh hell yeah! From like, I think the first time I smoked, I was like 11.
Shit.
Yeah,
I'm like thinking about like, damn, I need to cut back or like take a break.
yeah.
I'm smoking a lot, and then I'm just getting like anxious.
Did you call me here just for help?
Yeah, this isn't a rap podcast. This is a self-help podcast.
No, yeah, you get anxious. No, what had happened with me, and not to bum anybody out, but like I got more excited about like getting weed, rolling it up or whatever. Smoking it was fun, and then after I'd be like, oh shit.
Yeah, I'm kind of in that phase right now, but I've been in situations where people have been like, I'm glad you smoked, or I thought you'd be a cop, and I'm like, oh, I feel like I have to smoke.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. For me, it was like I would probably still smoke if like I didn't think I was a complete like glutton for like. I feel like if I smoked, I'd be like, oh, it would go from 0 to 100, and then next thing you know, I'd be like, oh, why didn't I drink? Why don't I get a bag of Coke?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I could be wrong, but I never wanted to experiment with it because I went off the rails pretty bad.
Are you addicted to other things? Like, is that how your mind works?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm really bad. I'm like that's why I never did coke, because I know that if I did it, it would just be like,
I can't imagine. You'd be off the wall.
I'd be off the.
You'd
This
be
is me high
gooned
as
out.
hell. Yeah, I'm still shaking the table and everything.
Yeah. I did lots of coke, and right at the end of high school is when I started doing that, and that was like what I had been looking for.
Did you get sober before or after your kid?
right before I even got her mother pregnant?
Oh wow.
Yeah, because I hit like a pretty bad bottom, like got arrested. I was like a juvenile delinquent. You know what I mean? I was rapping.
that is bottom.
Rap will get
you were going by Jimmy
yeah.
Cash.
Yes.
Rapping.
Yeah, it's better. Yeah, imagine.
Did you
that.
really think you were gonna be a rapper?
I think I had some delusions. Yeah, I had some delusions of grandeur. You know what I mean? I did. I think everyone that I went to high school with thought they were going to be a rapper.
Yeah. What if you were you're just using comedy to get on as a like a janitor rapper?
That's it. Dude, I would rap about when I first got the janitor job, I was still like writing bars and shit and about being a janitor.
Wait, really?
Yeah. For real.
Wait, so what was your bottom? Can I ask?
When my record deal fell through. No, just kidding. My bottom was I probably shouldn't get too into detail, but it was like the same things kept happening. I kept like ruining everyone's life. Basically like just getting into serious trouble, being put on probation.
And this is in high school.
This is out of high school at this point.
Yeah.
It was still happening. You know, I remember like my teen years was like I was on probation. Like I talk about like how I threw away my future. Like you could sometimes people be like, "Oh, you got sober so young, like you didn't even like have a chance to fuck up." And I'm like, I fucked up before I even built the light. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like instead of meeting with the guidance counselor to like talk about like colleges, I would go to the guidance office to meet with my probation officer twice a week. You know what I mean?
Shit,
Yeah, they come check on me at the school and see if I was there, and you know what I mean? And it was just, and then there was juggling that and passing drug tests. That was back when you could pass drug tests by drinking water. You remember? Did you ever have that? Yeah, you could drink like a gallon of water and like.
I was a nerd. I didn't even smoke weed till like 18.
Oh, okay.
And then from 18 to 22,
just blasting.
it was 4 years of just really
chiefing.
Well, not even that. Just like blacking out,
Oh.
like really bad drinking.
Yeah.
Just not a good person in those 4 years.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now you chilled out a little.
Yeah. Now I chill.
That's cool.
I just smoke weed. That's my vice.
See, there's nothing wrong with that. But for me, it was just like I just went off the rails, and yeah, it was just unmanageable life. Like, I would smoke a blunt. I was on probation. I would smoke a blunt after school, get a gallon of water, and drink almost the whole thing, which I hear is not good for you. And then, like, drink a little bit of vinegar. I'd take, like, a couple gulps of vinegar. They'd say that helped. Yeah, but the problem would be from the time I had to get to my drug test to downtown Worcester, from Burncoat Street in Worcester, I'd have to pee like 40 times. Like, pull over, pee. I'd piss in the elevator at the drug testing facility. I'd like get off on different floors, piss in the corner. It was gnarly. It was a gnarly.
Yeah, I literally just had a PTSD flashback of I was driving in New York. I was stuck in traffic and I had to piss in a bottle. And I hate pissing in a bottle.
It sucks.
Sorry, I just had like a flashback for that. So you weren't even like thinking about comedy. You were thinking. You said you went back to college because you were like, I had hit rock bottom.
Yes, yeah. At that point, I wasn't. As a kid, I was. Yeah. Not thinking about stand up, but thinking about being like, I wanted to either be like an SNL or like I wanted to follow Sandler's trajectory. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Or Chris Farley or whatever. You know what I mean? I'd look at stand up and I'd be like, oh my God, how do they do that? You know what I mean? I thought that was like...
Is it crazy, like where you are now?
Yeah.
It's like, it doesn't make sense, or do you see it like kind of?
Well, it kind of does. I don't know. Yeah, it is bugged out. But like what happened was I was going to school at community college and I saw they had a stand-up class there. And I was like, damn, I'd love to do that, but it was at night. I was going to school during the day and working as a janitor at night when I first started the job. Mm-hmm. So I couldn't even done stand-up if I wanted to, because open mics are at night. Was that the first
time that it was like crossed your
That's when
mind?
I was like, I want to do it. If I get the day shift, which is like you have to wait for like 10 years to get the day shift, and was serious. I worked nights for over a decade at like a shitty high school
to get to
the day shift. And the year that I got on the day shift, I took a stand-up class.
How old were you?
Oh, it was right after the improv class.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
So I knew you even before. I guess
think
that
I was
makes
taking
sense,
the improv and the stand-up class simultaneously.
And you just,
I think that was around that year. What year was that?
That was like 7 years ago.
Yeah, I was probably taking both, because I started stand-up 6 years ago. So, I don't know. Maybe not.
It is weird.
It's hard to remember this.
Yeah, no, I feel this way kind of, and you were talking about how you pulled an all-nighter last night, like doing it. It's like those moments, like when I just like can you push yourself too hard, or is this just what everyone does?
I think it's what everyone does. While I was driving out here, I was almost falling asleep, and I was going, am I overdoing it? Am I not cut out for this? I mean,
no,
what am I doing, dude?
This past week, I've just been like laying in bed depressed. Like,
oh, no.
I've just been, not that I would ever stop, but just like I tired myself so much that my body like shut off.
Right.
And I'm like, how do people manage? Like, and then it's like, you're doing more than me. And then there's people who are like, how do like people like
cocaine?
Are
Definitely
you gonna get back on?
Yeah, dude. As soon as I get rich,
pull out a line. To make the podcast very energetic. If we both do a line
there's
right
a
now.
part in my head that I like. There's still that part of me that's like, well, I know there's gonna be a point where I'm gonna have to like go off the rails and just, you know what I mean? I'm gonna get like my big payday. No, I'm not there. I'm not. Yeah. But there's a part of my brain, honestly, that's like. You could see why people start like when they get so busy and they just gotta like rip and run. You know what I mean?
Yeah. When people first started like recognizing me, I was like, I don't get how people don't love. Like, I don't get how people don't like fall. Like, how do people fall off? And now I'm like, oh, I get it, because like it's tough. I see how you burn out, but it's like that work smarter, not harder. But like how? How do I work smarter?
Yeah. Like not thinking too much, not overthinking it, which is
having
my
other
problem.
people help you, but it's like
then you gotta ask for help.
What's worse than asking for help?
Dude, I'm the biggest loner. honestly, I gotta start like asking for help from people because like I have like literally like I have like tons of like comedy like you like people I'm cool with, but like I don't really like get too close because I got my family I'm still busy with my job, so it's tough to really be like, hey,
Do you have like
what's up?
management or anything?
I kind of did, but it kind of like dissolved, so not now. So I'm just I have somebody that's helping me out a little bit right now, actually a lot, but like it's not official yet. It's not like legit,
Yeah.
you know.
That's such like a weird step to make. But I do feel like that's the next step.
Well, yeah, I'm waiting for somebody to be like, "Hey, you look like you need some help." You know what I mean? Like, who's that? Who's gonna be like watching from the clouds? Like, oh, he needs help. This is the time where he needs a manager.
Yeah, but like, then how do you find a man? Because on the flip side, it's like, do I have to find someone, reach out to them, and be like, do you want to be my manager? But it's like, do I have to start paying them, or like, what is?
Oh, it's all about the money, right?
It's all about the money.
So I don't know. That's why I think like it's harder. Like they say, oh, you can make a career for yourself from anywhere now, but like when it comes down to it, like,
do you see yourself going full-time comedy?
Yeah. My goal is to get out like within like to get out of my full-time job in like 2 years because I'll have 20 completed years as a janitor in 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
All under the same. Have you been working the same
Worcester
thing?
Public Schools, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. 20 years. I start my 19th year in September. So that's why people say, oh, yeah, the janitor, he's the janitor. But it's like, yeah, motherfucker, I am the janitor. This is what I've been doing. That's all
For 20 years.
Yeah, that is that. Sorry, but that's been my whole life almost. You know what I mean? So
would we feel weird giving it up? Like,
yeah. But you know what? I got some plans and stuff. I'm starting to like entrench myself in the janitor community. So just like the rap world, you know what I mean? And do a janitor podcast.
Oh, that was,
you know what I mean?
Like travel in the world.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
You know?
That's cool though. Because you did find like something that was needed. Like it was just you didn't even try to find it. It just like worked out.
Yeah.
But see, the reason I ask about that is like when I think about what we were just talking about being stressed out, I feel like the janitor shit's probably like calming.
Yeah.
Like you know what you're doing.
Actually,
it's been
that's
20
so
years.
true.
Like that's probably your like meditation.
It's my comfort zone, dude. Like exactly. That's a good point, dude. Like
that's
I feel at home. No, I probably would. I'd probably like break down and like quit comedy and just
Dad's mopping the driveway. You're just out like,
dude. Yeah, I don't ever clean at home though. That's like I feel bad for my family. Like I don't.
Is it messy? So.
No, I do like a little bare minimum, you know. But
the cleaning at school is like you're on a routine. Like
you're on a routine. You just feel safe there.
Years.
I feel safe there. I'm like, oh, I don't have to. This is where I'm supposed to be. I don't have to. I know what I have to do, and I know how to do it.
Do you still get nervous on stage?
Sometimes,
you go up?
Yeah.
Because the reason I ask is like when I think about a comic who's 20 years in.
Oh yeah.
They're just like they probably just feel like.
Right.
It's their comfort zone.
Right.
Which is kind of like you with the janitor thing, but it's like, damn.
I get nervous before work though sometimes. If I haven't been if I've been out for a few days, I get nervous because I'm like, what's been going on here while I was out? And I'm like, I don't know why.
Do you ever post a video and then get nervous to go in the next day?
No. I did early on, but now it's like they all know the deal. Like it's.
But do you ever like try to push it a little bit?
A little bit, little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just because like test the waters.
Yeah, especially like if I do a video that's not even there. You know what I mean?
Would you? Yeah, because it's like that's the school kind of like wants it at this point.
Yeah, I mean it's nothing like all the kids are following me.
But do you feel? Yeah, it's your comfort in life. Is it like your comfort with videos? Like you feel comfortable like
doing the video?
Like that's I love
doing
like
I love doing the videos and shit, you know.
I'm just trying. The 20 years on stage would be like, I bet that's your comfort zone.
Well, you hear like I heard like Chris Rock say once something about like he got like There's two things I'm thinking of. One is like Chris Rock said something. I forgot who he said went on before him. He got like cocky, and he was like, he was getting to the point where he wasn't getting nervous at all. And I forgot who went on before him and just murdered. And he bombed. Then he went on and bombed. And he's like, never again will I be that cocky. Then I heard a thing on a TV show last night. I heard, don't get comfortable, because when you get comfortable, you get cocky. And when you get cocky, you fuck up. That was on Blackbird. Season 1,
I like
Apple
that.
TV.
Not that I'm Chris Rock in any way,
Right.
but I literally went up to Brianna.
Yeah.
We had a show together a couple weeks ago, and I was like, good luck opening for me, because she went in front of me in the showcase,
Yeah.
and she went up and just murdered. Like, I don't know, Brianna Woodward, amazing comic.
Yeah.
Murdered. And then as she goes off stage, she goes, good luck following that fucker.
No.
And I literally got up,
Yeah.
and the cord fell out of the microphone.
She rigged that shit.
I just bombed so bad.
Wow.
That's funny, though.
I've seen her do that. I've seen that happen a couple times with her. People follow her and they're just like, da, 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 da.
She can murder. That's a good comic.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah. When she gets a hold of it, it's forget it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she started early. She's like 3 years in with me. We started right around the same time.
Yeah, I knew right away when she came to the open mic I used to run in Worcester. I was like, oh my God, how do you just fucking come in here fucking swinging dick like that?
But you kind of came in swinging dick like that, because you're
and no.
6 years in is a good amount of time, but it's not like
major, but I had my fucking time in the dark, dude, like for real. Like my first showcase thing I did, it was like a bringer, obviously, and like I like killed and like, which doesn't really count, but I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh, I guess I'll just wait for my phone to ring now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I didn't, and then I went to my first open mic at like, I don't know, maybe the Thunder Bar. It was in Alston, and I just ate a bag of dicks, and then I just continued to eat bags of dicks, and then you just slowly like, you're like, well, I did kill that one time. How did I do that? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you just keep going, and then all of a sudden you start figuring it out,
But do you think it is just like you were like out working? Like you just knew how to work hard, so you're just putting in a lot of time. Like you were taking improv classes, comedy classes.
Yeah.
Like Brianna, she has that because she worked harder than anybody. Like.
Yes,
you would
the work ethic.
You'd work a full day.
Yes.
And then you'd go do
drive
comedy.
to Boston.
Yeah, do comedy.
Eat a dick. Yeah. Drive home. Yeah.
That kind of makes you like want it more.
Yeah. No, I knew. I was like, I got to do this. Like, if
when
I wanted to
started comedy, I was working on Cape, and I'd work like 60-hour weeks, literally, like 50, 60-hour weeks. And then I'd drive an hour and a half off Cape and back to Boston just to do mics and shit.
Off Cape, you mean like Cape Cod?
Yeah.
Oh, I never heard that slang, that terminology before.
I'd like
on
drive,
and off Cape?
Yeah, because people always are like, I'm in Cape Cod, but it's not, I'm on Cape Cod.
Right.
But it's like I drove off Cape Cod.
Okay.
But I would drive 3 hours a night after working the full day.
Damn.
Just to and that's what I think it is. Like, honestly, it's like if you really want something, it's just gonna happen because you're gonna put the
you gotta
time
be a
and
little
effort into it.
you gotta be a little psycho.
You know how I used to describe it? I was like, you have to be like a little tank, like just going through everything.
Yeah.
And then someone's like, you're just describing the story of Little Engine that could. I was like, yeah, but it's more manly though.
Yeah, a tank.
But it's true. Like,
yeah. I don't know, man.
because I was gonna ask you, like, how do you do it? But it's like you were working a full job with a family, and you were like, nah, this is what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
When did you get that flash of light
that I was gonna do it?
that you were like, yeah, this is it?
Oh, probably that first show. Actually, I don't know. There was a bunch of different little things. You know what I mean? It was like improv. I knew that was fun. I actually liked that.
But to take both improv and stand-up classes at the same time, there had to be something before that made you like.
There was just a few different. Like I knew I always wanted to do something in since I was a kid. I knew I wanted to entertain, make people. Like it goes back to like making the whole living room at my house laugh, I'd be doing Michael Jackson.
Yeah, but how many janitors at however old you were at the time, like, also then go to like live their dreams that they were when they were a kid?
Right. I don't know.
Or any regular job, like someone who's working like a regular job that not a lot of people do that. Go to them, pursue their thing.
Yeah,
and
well,
do
I
it
still felt like I
successfully.
was young. I was like, this ain't it, man. I was like, this ain't over yet. I'm not going out like this. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm not going out like this. And you know, I didn't want my daughter to like. Part of it was like I wanted her to see me like try to like pursue like because she, you know, I wanted her to see that you could like ruin your life doing stand-up comedy. You know what I mean? But like, I just think that it just was burning in me forever to do something performing in a funny way.
But there wasn't like a moment that uncapped it.
Man, it's tough to think about, man. Like, I think I was like, I used to write every day, like kind of journaling. And then it kept coming up in my thing that I wanted to try stand up. And then when I got the day shift and I Googled, I remember I did the improv. I can't remember what was first, but I Googled stand up comedy and like in Boston or something. And like a class popped up. And I like that was the first thing I clicked and just signed up immediately because I was on days.
Who was your teacher?
Mike Katrobis.
Don't know.
You know him? He's a headline. Like he does like.
Oh, I actually bald
regional-
guy.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
I do
yeah,
know who-
yeah.
yeah, I do
Nice,
know, yeah.
wicked nice guy,
Mhm.
funny dude. But yeah, I didn't know what the hell. If I knew that you could just go to an open mic for free, I would have done that. But I didn't even like.
I think you need that.
I didn't realize
shit,
that.
though. I do think you need that shit because, like, I would hit open mics in college,
Yeah.
like here and there,
Okay.
like once a month,
yeah.
and just bomb, or once every couple months and bomb. And then I had a class. I took an acting class in college,
Yeah.
and it was like a monologue class, and my teacher let me do stand up instead of monologues.
Oh shit.
Like, I would have to do some monologues, but she'd be like, on the ones that you write your own, she's like, just write stand up, and you
Wow.
can do that. And I like needed that like push of someone to
Yeah.
like actually start. And that's why I think the class is good, because it's like you're talking about people like calling you up. It's like you're being held accountable because you put money down on the table.
Yeah. No, you just
my
reminded me
grade
of
was,
something.
like-
that reminded me of like one of the. When I say there's like not one thing, there's a bunch of little things. I'll never forget. There was I don't know how to tell the story without putting the guy's name on blast, but there was a mutual friend. Actually, I'll tell like a weird version of it. But there's this comedian Moshe Kasher. You know him?
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So mutual friend. We have a mutual friend, and he played some of his shit, and like I knew that he was sober too. He talks about that, so I don't feel like I'm putting it on blast. And I was like, oh my God, he did that. Because like I remember when he started, kind of like around the time I was just getting sober. I think I was like 19.
And you just knew him through a mutual friend?
Yes, and I don't want to like. I don't know. I've heard him talk about this shit on podcasts, so I don't feel like I'm putting him on blast. But like, I was like, oh my God, you could do that. They were like, yeah, he used to do stand up at like, our little get-togethers, and I was like, what? I was like, I didn't know people did that. Like, I didn't know like a regular shithead like me could do that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, dude, he's like amazing. He wrote a book.
He's wicked. He has like Netflix specials.
Yeah.
And shit, yeah.
So I'm like, damn, you can really like, it just made it seem attainable to like go after it.
Did you ever reach out to him?
No. I don't know why. He'd probably
Have
be like,
you now?
Okay. No, I haven't. Someday I'll tell. I know someday I'll run into him and tell him the whole backstory.
I was like, when I was like 8, when I was in college, my whole like comedy story is weird. Like, I got in a hockey accident junior year of high school, had to take medical leave.
Damn.
Had to like lay in a dark room for a month. All I did was listen to podcasts and stand up.
Whoa.
And when I came out of it, I was like, that's for me.
Yeah.
And then I never like did it, but it was always like, I'm going to finally start it.
Wow.
So when I went to college, I would just like email comedians. I thought that was like the cool thing to do. So like I met like Todd Glass. Like I was just out at Todd Glass's house in LA like last month, and I met him when I was a freshman in college because I reached out to him being like, your podcast changed my life. And he brought me to a Jim Gaffigan show he was opening up for.
Wow.
And like that's why I asked if you reached out to him, because I was like,
I probably should. At this point, I probably should be like, dude, I got like, because there's more to the story that's funny. I'll tell you off mic, but like, it's just, I didn't know, and I get jealous of that. Sometimes I'm like, not jealous, but I wish podcasts were like prevalent like when I was younger, because I don't even know when they came out. When did podcasts come out?
Shit, I found out about them when I got in that hockey accident. And
really?
I couldn't listen to music, and my mom's friend, a neighbor, was like, well, if you can't listen to music, you should try listening to podcasts. It's just people talking. And I think I listened to Mark Maron interview Will Ferrell. I think that was like the first podcast I ever listened to.
No shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I felt like such a poser like when I started comedy, because I didn't know any podcasts. I didn't know who was who or what was what. Like I knew some people like
to podcasts,
you know,
like that,
but I still like I just didn't know that like, you know, then you'd hear people on podcasts like, oh, if you take a stand-up class, it's stupid, and da 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 da, and it's like,
but
stand-ups dude, I didn't know what the fuck
really
to do.
Like. I want to say this right.
Yeah.
Now that I've hung with people who are successful in other art crafts, crafts, whatever, stand-ups who aren't like official.
Yeah.
Like people think that it's just them. Like because you're alone, I just said that but because you're alone on stage, stand-ups think they're so important.
Right.
Like they think it's like they're the only one because they're alone. But it's more like with podcasting and with all that, it's like, no, you can help each other win.
Right.
But no one does that because they're just alone on stage up there. So they don't think like, I won't reach out to that comedian because it's like, it's just me. Like, what is he going to do for me alone up there? When really that's not what it is.
Dude, that's deep. What is it then? It is more than that? What is it?
Yeah, because, all right, I think the reason any like comedy group is big is because there were a bunch of comedians, because one comedian can't put enough content out.
Right.
For everyone. So you need like a group of comedians to win.
Shit.
Like the Rogan, Kreischer, Segura, Trussell, Ari, Tony. Right. It's like they all just kind of came out through
together. Yeah.
And it's like but everyone's so segregated.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But it's like a competition, dude.
For no reason. Because like the reason you're like, you found the janitor thing. Yeah. It's like no one would ever think of that and be like, I'm going to go up to that. It's like, no, you just be yourself.
Be yourself. That's what it is. Yeah.
And it happens. Like, no, I didn't. I interviewed fucking comedians for the first 20 episodes of the podcast, 30 episodes of the podcast. I didn't know it was going to be a rap podcast. It just like figured out. I was like open to it. Yeah. But comedians, all right, this is my point. This is my final point.
Okay.
Comedians think that they know it all because the thing is you have to know it all when you're talking on stage.
Right, because you're in control. That's your...
It's hard to write new bits because I feel like I don't know anything anymore. Yeah. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like now that I've found a little bit of success, I don't know anything because it's like, oh, this is how life really is. Yeah. And it's like, why would I be speaking on shit when I don't know anything yet?
Yeah.
Before I was so like, I knew everything. I get up on stage, I talk about it, I know everything. Yeah. So it's easier to come up with like...
Isn't that weird? Like your earliest shit like became like your best... Like not all of it, but like I feel like I had so much more when I first started. And then it's like all of a sudden, because you overthink at this point too.
And also it's because like you have to deal with the booking and the travel and it's...
Yeah.
But also maybe I'm just lazy. Maybe I'm not writing. But it's like, how do you handle everything?
It's a lot, man. I don't know.
This is just the complain hour.
Yeah, this is. Yeah, we're fucking. But one of the other things I thought of too, because it relates to rap, and in case any of the rap fans are getting bored, but it relates to.
I talk to rappers about their feelings. Like this.
I love that.
That's what this is. I don't really talk
about their feelings.
Like I do with rappers. What I'm talking about.
Okay, just regular shit. Yeah.
Complain about life.
But one of the people that helped me, that encouraged me to start stand up was Danny Boy from House of Pain. You ever hear of House of Pain? Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I told him I wanted to do it, and he was like, dude, you can do it. Like, he goes, just build. I remember he sent me this message, just said, build it. And I
reached out to him.
Well, because I met him through a mutual friend, name dropping right here. I met him through a mutual friend. Another recovery person. He's very vocal about it. So I met him through the recovery world, and we became pretty close. And he was like, dude, if you told me you wanted to be a white rapper, I would tell you to fucking give up now. Not just saying he's against it, but he's like, dude, the odds are fucking stacked against you. But stand up, he was like, I'm all for it. He's like, I think you can build it, you know what I mean?
If you're a white rapper listening, stop and start stand-up.
Or go for it, because you know what I mean? If you do break through, you're in a league of your own, you know? There's not that many that have, really broke through, name them, that have really broke through. I mean, household name breakthrough.
I think I could name a few.
Okay. How many? Well, okay. Household name, Eminem.
I mean, all right. Household for I was thinking Action Bronson.
Yep.
Jack Harlow.
Okay. Do you think? Okay, Jack Harlow.
G-Eazy.
I don't know who that is.
I don't listen to him.
Yeah, but does you think your mother's heard of G-Eazy? Not that you need it, but I'm just saying household name.
No, I understand.
Okay, I get all the white rappers mad at me. Listen, I'm a white rapper myself, so I'm just talking shit. I'm talking shit.
When are you dropping the rap album?
I don't know. Maybe I'll do a comedy rap album or something, you know?
Yeah.
But
would you actually do Adam Sandler's
Sandler
style?
I'm not rapping.
Making music. You said that so you were because you said you wanted to be Adam Sandler. I'm like, music comedy.
Dude, it was music comedy. Yeah, because the first thing I heard,
Why don't anyone make those albums anymore? It's like they got called corny when anyone else did it, and then no one does sketch albums.
I don't know. It was before content, before you could post just a fucking, instead of a sketch over audio, you could put the video on Instagram, the whole sketch.
I get, but it was audio only. It was like a radio show.
Right, because there wasn't. If you just wanted to pump out your own, that was Adam Sandler, his first album.
But you don't think if someone new came in doing that right now, I feel like they could, it's like a missing market.
Yeah, it might be a little nostalgic, yeah. If you listen to Nick Swartzen's party album, he has little sketches.
That he's so funny.
He's wicked funny, yeah.
No, it's funny because we started together, and then I saw you at the Comedy Connection. I DM'd you that you were opening or something. I think I found that. And then to see I don't know now, I was reading your Boston Globe article.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to see the progression over a short time.
Yeah.
And inspiring, but it's also I can't even ask you about it because it's you're it's just you do it.
Yeah.
If someone asked me about my shit, it's you just do it.
Oh, how did it happen, you mean?
Yeah.
It was exactly it. You just do it. I don't know. It started.
Why do you think you found success?
Because I definitely had the belief that I was gonna make something out of this. You know what I mean? I knew even the worst nights where I was driving home from the Middle East in Boston, bombed in front of every person that I thought was important in the Boston community, and thought that I was probably a big piece of shit that would never make it. In my gut, I was like, not yet, motherfuckers, but it's happening.
Why do you think other people don't make it?
I don't know. Maybe just, and I'm not saying I made it. I'm still mopping floors, but I feel like I've made, like, it is a second job to me to do stand up full time, and I don't know what we're saying, make it, because I haven't made it, but I've made a mark, I think.
I think made it is when you prove to yourself that you can set out and accomplish the thing you want to do.
Yeah.
You are a comedian, professional.
Yeah.
Like, you might have another job, but like
right.
Do you not think you've like?
Oh yeah, I need therapy.
You, like,
basically what this comes down to is I need
proved
therapy.
it to yourself.
Yeah.
That you can do it. And I think that's making it.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a part of me that's still like, I'm definitely in need of therapy, maybe medication too, because I think I'm a
vacation.
loser. Yeah.
Do you feel like
vacation.
you can't take time off?
No, I can't. No, I'm getting to the point where I'm like not like there's certain. I'm learning how to be like turn down certain shit, because like, do I stay home with my family tonight, or do I go do 10 minutes at the Rick's putt stop, like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
there's times where you gotta like pick what's more beneficial, like being with my family for a night, or like bombing at a fucking empty restaurant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I'm above a empty restaurant show.
But it's like when you were talking about, like getting nervous if you haven't gone into work for a few days.
Yeah.
It's like, I feel like if I stop, I'll get nervous. And I'll forget how to do. You know what I mean?
No, you definitely do. But sometimes it's good to mix things up a little bit. Keep you on your toes. I don't think you should get lazy. There's a fine line between becoming complacent and like resting on your success, But anyway, back to your question of like, why do some people not make it? It's for they fucking not trying hard enough, or not adapting, not litigating, not looking at what's not working and trying something different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or taking more risks, or trying,
or hiding from themselves.
Yeah.
Like, you have to embrace who you actually are.
Right.
Like,
yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I don't, but like, no, because I'm thinking like, damn, like the smile on your face talking about like working as a janitor for 20 years is crazy. But it's like, you act, that's who you really are.
I know.
So it's
sad.
like,
so sad. Yeah.
But that is who you really are.
Yeah.
So you embraced it, and it like worked out, even though that's not like the path that anyone would think was there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you gotta make your lane.
But yeah, would you ever step out of it, or are you just gonna embrace it more and more?
Step out of the janitorial world?
Yeah, like if you stop working as a janitor.
I don't think I'll stop until I like really have something like really locked in. Like I'm gonna do it. I always say this. I'm gonna ride it till the wheels fall off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you said that hopefully in 2 years.
Yeah, my thing is like I don't want to jump the gun before the 20-year mark. I don't know why I have this 20-year mark in my head. It's just a number. It doesn't mean anything. I'm not getting a pension until like I can't collect like the full pension until I'm like 62. If I was like, I'd have to work till I'm 62. That would be 42 years as a janitor, and I'm not doing it.
Yeah,
like that is just, I don't know. There's a part of me that's like, yeah, you are, motherfucker. You're a janitor for the rest of your life. There's a dark demon inside.
You're gonna
of
be
me.
on a movie set, like starring in the movie, and you're cleaning up the set after the lights go off and stuff. You're like, this is who I really am.
Yeah, I gotta work tomorrow.
No, but like, if you do stop, like, are you scared to stop to like see what?
Oh, to see like go because I need it as like it's part of who I am.
Not in a bad way, but like, yeah, like.
Right. Well, a little bit, but it's like it's always gonna be like a part of who I am. Like when you hear people talk about when they become who they are. It's my perspective now. Like I have the perspective of a 20-year janitor, and that's it. You know what I mean? So whatever I'm talking about, it's still, because when I do when I'm up on stage, it's like just a small port. Unless I'm doing like 5 minutes, but like if on a longer set, it's only a little chunk that I'm talking about my job, you know?
But it's then tough because, no, I get what you mean. Because I feel like you are like, oh, this is a rap podcast.
Yes.
And it is a rap podcast because I talk to rappers.
That's it.
But it's not a rap podcast because it like is only a very small portion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
That's
it's like it's scared because like I'm not gonna say names, but like a comedian was like, "Oh, Mr. Podcast Guy showing up at an open mic," said that to me in Boston.
Nice.
And I was like, I don't want to be labeled as like the podcast guy. Or
whatever.
like I want to like make my own like stand up. I want to be like a stand up.
Same way, but I've realized people are always gonna be like, "Oh, Jana, what are you gonna talk about? Fucking mopping right now?" You know, and it's like, whatever, dude. Watch, motherfucker. You know what I mean? That's all I think. And so, you know, it's like
it's also you're doing like TikTok and Reels. Like that's not your stand up. Like that's a whole different thing.
Yeah, which I like doing because it's like goes back to just like making stupid.
You're so
shit.
good at TikToks. I like can't figure it out.
It's a matter of like not thinking too much. I mean, it's either posting it's short YouTube videos. That's it. Like either a sketch.
The timing, like I don't film sketches and shit. Like,
so if you don't want to do a sketch, it's just like
it's like timing.
Yeah,
timing of TikToks are very like you ever see a TikTok that has like too much silence?
Yes.
In between the talking.
Oh yeah. You know,
like it's.
You gotta know to cut the fat out and just be like, all right, would I tune out right here? Yep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like 7 seconds in, and this fucking still sucks. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You have an LLC for your stand up?
I got like a DBA, which doesn't really like. I don't think it means anything.
Do you like write off your travel and shit?
Just gonna do this year is gonna be the first year I'm gonna do all that shit.
I need the reason I'm asking is I
you
need
want help?
I
need help.
I don't know how to do it, and I need to do it.
I don't either. Bob Marley always talks to me about that. He's like, dude, don't fuck around. He's like, because they'll come and get your ass. He said he's watched
Emma
it.
Willman just said she got audited for like 2 years.
Really? No, they will come. They're coming for us already. They're already watching us. They know what's happening.
I get the views, I guess.
So like they're what like
what's a DBA?
Doing business as. So I have a bank account, Jimmy Cash bank account. You know.
It says Jimmy Cash on it?
Like I got like a card and everything.
Would you ever change your name legally?
People told me to do. Danny Boy told me to do that. He's like, why didn't you just change your name? Because part of it was too is like I never felt comfortable with my government name because it was I grew up like my first few years of life, whatever, till second grade. I had my dad's last name, as far as I knew. Wrote it on all my papers. It was Salmon. That was my last name. And then my mom changed it to Correo, which is her last name.
Mm-hmm.
They were never married, and they were both. I'm sorry if this is a depressing podcast, but they were both fuck ups. No, God bless them. They had problems. I shouldn't say that. I was a fuck up too, but they had problems, and they weren't the best over the years, I'll just say. Like, I ended up living with my grandparents, that type of situation. So, like, I had my dad's last name, and then my mom got mad at him and changed it to her name, and then I just had my mom's maiden name.
Oh, she changed your name, too.
To her maiden name. And actually, she was never married anyway. She just changed it to her last name. And it became...
Wait, did she legally change it?
I found out it was never actually my dad's last name.
Salmon, was it?
No. Yeah. It was never legally my dad's last name. So I was writing in school James Salmon. And then in second grade, she's like, no, you're James Correo now. So then I was like, okay. And then I just was James Correo until high school. And then I was like, part of me's like, why do I need one of you guys' last name? You weren't even fucking there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So why don't I just change my name, you know?
To Jimmy Cash.
Yeah.
So what is your last name?
Correo.
Okay.
James Correo.
You were just going by Salmon for
like till second grade. That was my dad's last name.
Damn.
Yeah. It's wild.
He was a janitor. I read that.
Yes.
I read that in the I read that in the article, and it blew my mind.
Yeah. So I'm always tortured over like, am I a real man? I don't have my dad's last name,
You have his
legally.
jobs.
I have his job. Yeah, he passed down the mob, and yeah, he was a janitor. He used to take me to the school and like, let me run around there and shit, climb on the roof, and him and like all the dudes he went to high school with became janitors, and they all like just did drugs really hard and died. Like it was like this era of janitors that were like there should be a documentary on it. Like it was the most badass
On the Worcester janitor system?
Like the 80s, late 70s through the 80s until like early 90s. It would make a amazing Netflix documentary.
I don't think there's much footage from that.
No, there's no footage. I would just have to tell them.
It's just what happened?
Dude, they just came out of like the 70s. Like I think my dad graduated high school in like 76 and just started doing like heroin immediately. And then they all just like got janitor jobs.
They're like, we can do heroin and
and fucking
chill and clean.
Yeah. And that's what they did. And then they all just like literally like one by one they all like died. This was like before
Was
like,
this just Worcester was so dirty at that point? Nothing was getting clean. It was just a bunch of dudes nodding off in boiler rooms.
Yeah. That's why the schools are like still haven't recovered. It's so dirty you can never like get the filth off. It's bad.
And then they had to bring you in, the the professional.
Yeah.
That's so. Do you feel like? Did they ever get pensions? Any of them? Did they die before?
They all died or got fired before. There's one hanging on. There's one that I know that's like, I don't think he did heroin, but he was partied pretty hard, and he's still around. They used to leave me with him at night. He worked nights at the school, and like he was like, "Oh, kid, I used to babysit you. Your parents used to drop you off and put you in the classroom, turn the TV on, give you a bowl of cereal from the lunch, from
you
the
were meant to.
Yeah,
you were meant
so
to.
I was like born in
your
this shit.
calling.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself like? There's the voice in your head being like, "You are gonna get that. You are gonna be there till you're 64."
Yeah.
There really is a voice saying that that's gonna.
Oh yeah, there's a voice that every time I'm like, yeah, so I'm gonna get out of, the plan is to, fucking move to Hollywood or you know what I mean, whatever. Like, and then there's a part of me.
What
that's
is the
like,
plan?
The plan is to be, someday do a special, be able to tour nationally, whether it's the clubs or fucking theaters. Like, I want to start a podcast. I want to do better videos, content, like move into YouTube a little more, do longer videos. But I need more time on my hand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like someday I
You said move to Hollywood. That's why I ask. Is like, do you see yourself like
no
doing that, or do you see yourself as like what Bob Marley does?
that? Yeah, that's dude, which is hard. He's a rare fucking breed.
You're a rare fucking breed.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, I feel like I would need to tour more out of New England. Like, I don't know how he turns over material like it's fucking nobody's business. You know what I mean? I just don't know. He's a 30-year.
That's what I mean. It's talking the confidence, how you feel like 20 years under your belt.
Yeah.
Imagine 30 years under your belt of comedy. Like, you're probably just writing new.
Oh, he's up there. He goes, dude, like his best, he always talks about like when he was in LA, and he's like, dude, I would have to on a regular basis follow at the was it the Laugh Factory? Which one had the Jamie, the manager was like Jamie Massad or something like that? Do you know what I'm talking about? Is it the Laugh Factory?
I don't know.
You never heard about him?
No, because I know the Comedy Store with.
Okay, there's the
Yeah, it must be the Laugh Factory.
Oh, is that the fucking name of it? I don't know. One of those other spots, not the Comedy Store. He did the Comedy Store a little, but it was like dead then. So he was doing, I think it was the Laugh Factory. I don't know, but something like that. But he's like on a regular night, this is in the 90s, he'd be like he'd have to follow Martin Lawrence, Chris Rock, Damon Wayans, Dane Cook.
Yeah.
It'd just be the lineup. They're all doing like 15 minutes, just shooting for the knocking them out of the park, dude. And he'd
Yeah.
have to go up there and follow those guys.
But then he became like
yeah,
the king of New England.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
coming back.
yeah. Oh, he just said, "Fuck it, I'm not doing this out here." Like he did Letterman like 15 times.
Yeah.
Did all the late night, got deals, and then he was like, "I'm just gonna do my thing out here."
You can do that. Like
Yeah,
Chad Daniels and does that. He lives like in the middle of nowhere.
Really?
And like Jim Brewer does too.
Yeah, Jim Brewer's on
I
that
mean-
kind of thing. Yeah.
I don't know if I should.
Well, no, you don't have to choose to talk politics. He's doing that,
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
it.
But it is like
Yeah.
a thing that you can do is like,
Yeah.
you see yourself like living in Worcester?
Oh my god, dude. I don't know. I never wanted to like my wife. I just got married like 2 weeks
Yeah,
ago.
congratulations.
Thanks,
on that.
thanks, man. This is my second round. I've been married twice,
Mm.
and this is the real deal. Like the first one, first one was a party. It was a party, but I knew deep down something wasn't right.
You're like, I just had to sign papers for this party. It's gonna end.
Yeah, no. We
It's gonna
did
end
a
at
Catholic
some
church wedding in the morning, and then the night it ended at Hurricane Betty's strip club with the whole wedding party. And I was like, this is bad. This ain't gonna go well.
How long did you? How
Oh,
long
were we
you
married? I don't like awkward amount of time. Like we split like after like 2 years, but then we stayed married. Like she moved back to California, and we stayed married for like an awkward amount of time.
All right.
'Cause
But
we had
2
no, like-
years of like
2 years of living together, or maybe a little more.
yeah.
Yeah, it ended. quick.
Anyway, congratulations.
Yeah. So this one felt good. This one felt good.
You
This
didn't
was
go to Hurricane Betty's afterwards.
no, you know what I mean.
You could have
You
just
thought
to
about it,
relive
just
the-
to yeah.
Yeah.
Well, oh man, yeah, what a night. But anyway, we got married, and it's like that's the only reason I feel like I'd love to have like a house somewhere else, and then a house in Worcester, because I do feel like I've become a Worcester townie. Like I don't. It sucks. I've always been like, fuck this, I'm out of Worcester. Like the dream as a kid was to move to California. And then that got crushed, and now it's like, oh, California's a big piece of shit. Everyone there is gay, and you know what I mean? The politics suck, and it's through the roof, and traffic, and California's like this big, like, make fun of California. It used to be like when you were a kid, it was like, everybody's going surfing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that was my...
I just was out in LA. I love LA.
I fucking love California. So, like, I have family, like, in Mid-Cal, too, and, so I grew up, like my mom moved out there with me when I was like 2 for a brief amount of time, and we'd fly out, since she ended up moving back, but we'd fly out when I was younger,
Yeah.
and then one time she tried to move me out there, and that's when I ended up living with my grandparents. But anyway, I have family out there, and so it was always like, they're always like, oh, you gotta move out here. You know, so it's always been this pull to go to California,
Yeah.
but now I know
a place
it's not
in
like,
Worcester and a place in Cali.
place in Worcester and a place in Cali, yeah. Little Malibu mansion or something.
Malibu
You know?
mansion and
Yeah.
a Worcester.
Yeah.
A room at home.
3-decker.
Vernon.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Keep it real. Yeah, just keep it grounded, you know?
But do you see yourself moving out to Cali?
I don't know. Like, only if the kids were all, like, grown up and, like, totally, like, it worked for everybody. It sounds like everyone, there's the mass exodus, everyone's leaving. It sounds hard, and it does seem shitty to do comedy out there. That's the one thing that would bother me. Like like New England, you can hit so many fucking towns. You know, I've seen it with Marley. Like there's just, and it's easy to get around to it. Like Cali's a little trickier, I feel like. If you know
So
what I mean.
he'll just headline all or like do like Lowell, Springfield,
Dude,
like
towns
all
you
the
never
like,
even heard of, dude. Like in New Hampshire, like places in Maine, forgotten towns that have theaters that nobody's used for 100
and
years.
he'll just find
They
those
go in and dust off the cobwebs and just
and he'll
fucking
just
turn the
he'll
lights,
sell that shit out.
sell it
Yeah.
out. Yeah, 2 nights in a row. Yeah.
How did you meet him?
Through Glowacki. Glowacki was his backup opener, and then he couldn't do it one night, and he's like, "Can you do it?" And then Bob's manager called me, like on speaker with him, and he's like, "Listen," he's like, "You think you can do this?" It was like, he's like, "I just watched one of your clips, and you dropped like 40 F-bombs." He's like, you can't do that tonight. And I was like, okay, no problem. And inside I was like, shit, I'm screwed, you know? But I went up there, did it, and they were like, good job, well, you know.
Did you swear?
No, I didn't. They won't let you drop an F-bomb opening for them. You could get away with like shit, but like no fucks.
Does he not swear at all?
He'll say shit. He doesn't say the F word. He used to. Because he has like a lot of like older people, you know?
You hit a certain age and you don't, like fuck becomes too harsh.
It does.
So,
But you
like,
see like there's people there that are like, the youngest people sometimes are in their 20s, you know? But that's like, they look like, they stick out like sore thumbs. And then there's the 30-year-old groups. And then there's some people that are so old, you're like, holy shit, what are you doing here?
Yeah. But at some age, those people said fuck.
Yeah.
You hit a certain age or it's
and
like...
you see them like clench. You say the F word and you'll see them like, you know.
You won't even say fuck right now.
No, I know.
You're
I know.
saying
The F word. That's crazy. No, Bob made a good point though, like about like he said the F word more than anybody, but his audience, when he decided to do the New England thing instead of California, he was like, my audience is just bigger when I make it like PG-13. He's like, I just get more people to like, go. It makes sense. You know what I mean?
Do you see yourself going down that route?
I don't know.
Do you not write dirty material now? Because it's like...
No, I do, because as soon as I'm not with Bob, I'm like, what's up, motherfucker? No, you know what I mean?
Mother effers.
Yeah, I just swear so bad. I do. Like,
what the F are you doing? You
the F word comes back out immediately.
I'm just saying you literally say the F word. You
I know.
won't say fuck.
I know. Because I have these two sides of my brain. Like, I remember one time I dropped an F-bomb with them, and his manager, like, fucked with me after, and he was like, what the fuck was that? You know, like, I was like, oh man, like it slid out slow. I was like, you know, fuck. I looked over.
You just felt old people just.
Yeah, someone died.
Everyone lost an inch in the room.
Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do, man. I'm gonna build it, and then I'd love to be able to tour. Like, you see, like, people that are, like, you see Rogan's in Texas. You see people have moved back to what's it, Glazer?
Nikki Glazer.
Glazer lives in like
St. Louis.
St. Louis, you know.
Yeah.
So
but do you think about the dirty versus clean, like how you think about your audience in the end?
Yeah. Like,
and that's such a weird thing to think about.
Yeah.
Like who your audience is.
I don't know. Be. That's what because like I did a show at the Rex Theater Friday night. Like the dude.
That's a really dope place.
That is dope. Oh yeah, you saw Glowacki there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I swore there. Did Glowacki swear? I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know if I was supposed to be clean or not.
Oh no, that was a dirty show.
Oh hell yeah. So I swore, and then I felt guilty after, and then I was like, this guy hates me. The guy that booked me, who I love, the Jim Roach. Did you meet him? Yeah, nice guy. So I was like, oh, he hates me. I'm ruined. But the show went well. But there was like, I do have some dirty shit. Like, it's not filthy, but like it's dirty. Like, I wouldn't want to do it in front of kids.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't want to restrict myself. I just want to whatever.
But do you ever think about what your audience would be?
Yeah. My audience Friday night, there was a bunch of teachers there that follow me on TikTok, a principal, a secretary. I walked in with my wife, and they were like, oh, my God, congratulations. We loved your dress. And we were like, what? Like, because I'm not still, like, the whole, like, I've been getting recognized a bunch at, like, random places. No one, by the way, people will recognize me, and no one's like, can we take your picture? You know, they're just like, are you on TikTok? Like, yeah. And they're like, cool. And that's it. You know, so it's not like everyone's like starstruck. They're just like recognizing me.
The first time I ever got recognized, I was tripping too hard on mushrooms at a concert.
Shit.
And the guy comes up to me and he's like, "Oh my God, I love the podcast." And he started like saying stuff that he liked about the
Yeah.
podcast. And I was tripping too hard that I
Oh,
wanted
no.
to like shut the fuck up because I was just tripping too hard. So I just hugged him to try to get him to be quiet. And I don't think he's ever listened to the podcast again.
Dude,
Because he wanted a picture in the
unsubscribe?
beginning. And then he would start doing it, and I hugged him. And then I was like, "So you want that picture?" And he's like, "Oh, yeah, I guess." And he took it and never posted it.
Oh, no.
I want to message him and be like, "I was tripping too hard on mushrooms."
That's a good move, though, the hug.
The hug.
It reminds me of Wayne's World when there was I don't know if you remember that. The dude just kept going, "I love you, man."
Oh, yeah.
He's like, "Cool." And they're like, "No, you don't understand. I love you, man." You remember that?
Yeah.
He's like, "Dude, you have to tell him you love him, too."
I love
That's how I love
hug.
you, too. It's
Yeah, he
cool.
just has to hug back.
Yeah. So,
So teachers.
yeah, the teachers came out like a decent amount. Like, I didn't know who was going
Like
to be
a
there.
gang of
I
janitors.
barely promoted the Rex thing. I did a few Instagram stories, a few Facebook, but like I didn't go hard
Mm-hmm.
because I'm like, that's the other thing I'm fighting with. Like, part of me is like, dude, slow your roll. What are you like, fucking? You're not shit. Calm down. You know what I mean? And the other part of me is like, I better promote this so people are there, but I don't want to promote it and annoy. I don't want to upset anybody. It's so
Fuck
sick.
'em.
You know? I
People
know.
think like Brianna. Brianna's like, "You have the most annoying Instagram presence." She said that to me. And I was like, I guess, like, I
You
get
have to.
why people would, but it's like the only thing that works is like over promoting.
Yeah,
And also
'cause-
just like everything I get is crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like everything that happens is an honor. So like I write it like, "Oh my God, I can't believe
No,
this
it's so
happened."
cool. No, it is. It's cool, man, to see. Yeah. What are you talking about? Me in the 60s? Like, all of a sudden you started a podcast and it blew up, and like you have like the craziest rappers that like you're like in the scene, dude. Like, you're known.
Yeah, but I love that.
Yeah.
But it almost seems like it's like I just want to be known as a good comedian.
Oh,
You know
yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
I want to.
yeah, but you are, dude. You are, and
Yeah.
you will be. It doesn't
it's
matter.
Like
This
weird
is a
to
vehicle.
me. Like this is me, but it's like I don't know. I did 15 minutes at the Stand on a Saturday in the downstairs room,
Nice.
and like I've never been booked on like a John Tobin show.
Oh, okay.
or,
I see what
like,
you're saying.
At, like the
yeah.
comedy
It's
studio.
all lopsided
or,
right now.
like,
Yeah.
It's like weird to me.
Yeah, you gotta just like keep like I don't know, showing up or
That's the So then it just like develops. Someone said to me that you can't let nostalgia shape your future.
yeah.
Like
What does that mean?
like
The
you,
past?
yeah, like if I never get booked to like host at Laugh Boston, it shouldn't matter. Even though that was like a dream of something I always wanted to do.
Yeah, but you could do.
because it's like
Yeah.
there's other shit. Like who
Right.
cares? Like I got the Stand and I didn't have to do I didn't have to like bark. I didn't have to do anything.
Yeah. So
I
why do
shouldn't
you?
care like that I don't get to host at the Laugh Boston, but it's nostalgia. It's like I used to go to Laugh Boston
Right.
every week. Like I
Yeah.
just want to do that club.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No. And dude, if you keep doing what you're doing, like someday you probably go back there and just be like, your agent's gonna call them and be like, yeah, we want to book him a weekend there,
Yeah.
and they're gonna be like, you know. So that could happen, too. That would
Do
be
you
sick.
get but like yeah. It's the like nostalgia thing. It's like I want to be like
You want to come up that way. You want to come up the ranks and be like, yeah, I remember the days when I was hosting Laugh Boston
Yeah.
because I used to go there, and then I became a feature. and
because
then
it's true. Like I
Yeah.
knew Will Noonan and Brian Guacki and Sam J when I was like 16 years old because I was just a fan and I'd go to all
Yeah.
the shows and just meet them.
wow.
And so like it is nostalgia. It's like damn.
Yeah.
Or like I want to do like the Comedy Studio.
You
You want to
don't
know what's
do the-
so funny?
You don't do the comedy studio?
Never once. They booked me before COVID, and then COVID can't hit, and they never booked me
Can
afterwards.
you hit him up at all?
Yeah, I just got the nerve to email them again.
Yeah.
I don't even care I'm talking about this. I
Right.
hope people listen and be like, oh, this is how it
Yeah.
happens.
Welcome to the booking podcast.
But it's true. Like,
Yeah.
I hope people listen and be like, oh, it's not as easy as like.
It's not. It becomes a
everyone
thing.
thinks.
You just gotta like, dude. I wasn't getting booked anywhere. Like when I don't know. It didn't happen like that for me. They weren't like, yeah, Jimmy. Like, dude, I didn't. I don't even. My first time at the Comedy Studio wasn't even through them. It was Nikki Luparelli from Worcester booked a holiday show, and she got to book who was on it, and I did it, and then. That was like the last night of the old studio, like the one that was in Cambridge.
Oh, yeah.
And then I didn't get back on there until like, I don't even know, dude. Like you just have to start making some fucking noise.
And I'm honestly not. This sounds like I'm complaining, and I am, of course. But it's like, I just want it to be like, it's not. You just have to keep grinding, and it will pay off. And like, if it doesn't work out, I shouldn't let it affect me.
No, you're doing your thing.
Anyway,
dude.
the whole point
Yeah.
of that is I finally got the nerve to email them. Like, they emailed me once and ignored post-COVID.
Yeah.
Ignored me. I finally got the nerve to email them again, and I got this email that they're like, "We're not booking until October. Reach back
Oh my
later."
God.
I was like, "Motherfucker!"
Damn. Yeah.
But it is
I've
true.
been
It's
there.
like everyone thinks you have it better than you do.
Yeah. That's the other thing too. Yeah.
Like, I like hearing this conversation, and I hope
Oh, yeah.
like people listening to like us complain, like whatever, know that it's like, oh, it's not just like all fucking peaches and cream. Like, it's all like you have to grind it.
Yeah.
Even
People
when,
go, oh
even
yeah.
when people think you have it, you don't.
Yeah.
And like,
Oh, this dude made it. He's killing it. Like he's doing this and that. He must be living the life. And it's like, no. And it's I've had so many awesome things happen this past like 2 years, but it's also like, dude, it's still a like challenge. You know what I mean?
yeah.
To
But
fucking,
that's full circle to what we were literally starting the conversation with, is like, it never stops.
no.
Like, that's just successful people.
Yeah.
Like, you just have to keep going. It never stops.
Yeah,
It's like a
exactly.
diet.
No, I think about that because I'm like, all right. People be like, "Oh, you're so successful," blah blah blah, and I'm not. Like I am. Yes, I reached there's certain milestones. There's great things that have happened, but like, I have like a pretty decent TikTok following, but it hasn't like got me. Like I'm still a janitor. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then, but I'm like starting to headline shows, and I'm like, oh my God, the pressure's on me now. Now I gotta close it out, and then like there's people that just want to fucking bury you. You know what I mean? So then you're like, damn, I gotta close the shit out.
Do you think there's people
No, I
that
don't
just
know.
want
That's
to
my
fucking bury you?
who knows?
I was saying that like, yeah.
Well,
Like,
no, they're probably, but
fuck you.
yeah, they all hate me. I'm
F
psycho.
him. Sorry.
Yeah, fucking Correo. But anyway, there's people that want, so I'm like, shit, man, I'm gonna headline the show at a theater. I don't even know if there's people gonna be there. What if there's no ticket sales? They're never gonna have me back. Then I was thinking, like, what is it like to be in the pressure of like a real comedian, like Bill Burr's Fenway. Like, is he at home like, fuck, what am I doing, dude? Does he ever have those moments? You think he's
Yeah.
ever like, this is a lot?
Someone
He's like, I'm just a fucking asshole. What am I doing?
Well, take a step up from there. There's this dude, A.A. Rashid, who's been on the podcast, good friend. He's
Yeah.
like a spiritual teacher. And I was complaining about that.
yeah.
And he goes, everyone has the same 24 hours. And also, our jobs aren't that important. Imagine what you think a president could be like, I don't want to take this plane ride to another country right now to
yeah.
like give that speech.
True.
It's like, think about like,
Yeah.
he said, because it's true. It's like, oh
Yeah.
yeah. Like, at least I get to tell jokes and
I know.
complain. It's like,
So dumb.
imagine like
No.
being a surgeon.
Yeah, you gotta go
And you gotta
keep a
like,
heart pumping, dude.
and you just fucking, you haven't had a week off in 7
You're
years.
just sad.
Yeah, you're
Like,
not
these
even
other
telling
doctors
jokes.
think they're better than me.
You get to yeah, but it
Yeah.
is true. It's like, damn, everyone has the same 24 hours from
That's true, man. Yeah.
the president to the fucking Jeff Bezos
Yeah.
to like you to me to like some kindergarten student.
Right.
Like we all got the same 24
Yeah. That's why I
hours.
relate to the kindergarten students the best, actually, because they're just like so.
Ignorance is bliss.
Their ignorance is just like, dude. They're just like fascinated that I took the trash out of the room. They're like, yeah, you know what I mean? They're like, fuck. They don't even. Their mind's blown because I came in there and took the trash out. Just fucked up their day.
Isn't that
in a
what
good way.
success is, though? Because, like, you said
Yeah.
a lot of cool things has happened to you.
Yeah.
Every time something cool happens to me, there's a split second where I'm so excited that
Yeah.
it happened. And then it's like, well, that's a reality. So what's the next thing?
Dude, that you said it right there. That's it. Yeah.
It's like
You get
the
like a
kindergarten
moment.
takes the you see the trash can taken out for the first time. You're like, oh my god.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, this is just normal. I got
Yeah.
I gotta learn multiple addition now.
Yeah.
or
By
like
sixth grade,
ABC.
by the time they're in sixth grade, they look at me. They're like, ugh, fucking TikTok janitor.
Yeah, what age do the kids stop?
Sixth grade.
Sixth grade is
Because
when
we got we got pre-K through six, and
and they
I
all think you're fucking
I've-
God.
the sixth graders are still like cool with me, but they're not as hyped. They're just like, okay.
But then it probably picks up at some point.
I don't know, but like I had like a steady fifth grade crew that was like rocking with me this year. Like they were drawing me like the fucking ill pictures, like the Nike SB SpongeBob shit, like fucking custom pictures.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then just like, you know, and then I'm like sad because I know next year they're gonna be
There's
like,
gonna be assholes.
This dude's kind
I'm gonna
of
start thinking about sex and
yeah, exactly.
not give a fuck about
Right.
you anymore.
But there's a new kindergarten class coming. You know?
But that is the thing about success, though, is like you
Yeah.
can't really enjoy any accomplishment.
Yeah, that's what I think about. Like, even if I've thought about if like I got successful to the point of like someone like I don't know, that sells out to Wilbur, you know, one of those guys. I don't want to say Bill Burr again, but like, imagine the pressure, and then all of a sudden you got to write a new hour.
Imagine having to sell out shows in cities across the country, like a city you've never been to.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, do you do the whole tour? It goes well. You get home, you have a ton of money, and then you go on a podcast and like, so are you working on your next hour? And you're like, I don't have a fucking second.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I don't know.
Or you can be Chris Tucker and just do the same. I saw him do.
Does he still do the
stand-up-
same shit?
Exact the same.
Doesn't Seinfeld do that too? I've heard.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's weird. I don't know. I was supposed to see him during the pandemic. During
Seinfeld.
yeah, my wife bought tickets to the Hanover. It got canceled, but it's rescheduled for September.
I'm not a big fan of him.
I respect the
I respect him.
respect. Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't have been. You know, if my wife's listening, it wouldn't have been like, you know. I was like Seinfeld. How do you turn down Seinfeld? You gotta go. Someone bought you tickets to Seinfeld. You go.
I know. I'm not trying to
Yeah.
cause a rift between you and your
And
wife.
Seinfeld. Don't get me in trouble with Seinfeld. Yeah.
Yeah, what if Seinfeld's listening? Who's gonna be more mad, your wife or Seinfeld?
I don't know, dude. I don't want Seinfeld being mad though.
Who's gonna call you up and ask?
My wife will get over it. Seinfeld would like hold a grudge, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I hope.
But I've heard he does a lot of the same stuff.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, jokes go, you know, it's gonna be fine tuned.
It's
Right?
like, yeah, but it's not like music. That's why music is better than comedy. Like when I see musicians and I
Yeah.
see like the energy I get, it's
Yeah.
like you can hear the same song 100 times and still get that feeling. But
Right.
you're not gonna get that from a joke on the like 5th time you've heard it.
Right. Yeah,
Right?
that's true. I don't know. Yeah. No. I do a lot of the same jokes for a while, and you know, the one thing I noticed is like,
Yeah, but
say I leave one out.
6 years. Like
One thing-
Seinfeld's
yeah,
been doing
no.
that joke for 20 years probably.
Yeah,
like,
right. But say you do one. Here's the one thing though that I've like somebody will like bring someone to one of my shows locally, and I leave out like a bit,
Mm.
and they're like, I was telling them about your bit. I thought you were gonna do it tonight. And can you tell her? You know what I mean?
And
You're
then
like,
you
yeah, like,
do it,
no,
right,
no.
yeah.
But it's so funny how some people do like it.
Yeah.
Not really.
Like,
It doesn't hold up the same
Jim
way.
Gaffigan, when I saw him at the Wilbur with Todd Glass, he left the stage and then came back on stage
Yeah.
and did Hot Pockets.
Oh, as an encore?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Like Bert Kreischer will do like the machine as like an encore.
Does he do it every night?
I think he has to like do it as an encore every night.
Damn.
But
dude.
every time I've seen him, he's shortened it. It's like
Kreischer?
Yeah,
I've never
he doesn't
seen
want
him.
to tell the full story anymore because he's told it so many times.
That's funny. You just I never remember how to answer questions the right way, but like that was the other thing I was doing before I started stand up. I forget about that. Is like I was starting to go to stand up shows like in my 20s. I went and saw one at the Crown Plaza in Worcester where side story met Wu-Tang there, and another night got punched by Ghostface Killer's brother. That's another story. But I saw Mike Donovan at the Crown Plaza, and I was like, damn, it put the bug in my ear. Then over the years, I would go to the Wilbur. I'd see like Norm Macdonald, Swartzen, fucking Jamie Kennedy one time. Like, remember Jamie Kennedy?
Yeah.
But
why did Ghostface's brother punch you?
Yeah. How crazy. Did you know there's, so you know the Massachusetts Pharmacy, School of Pharmacy downtown?
Uh-huh.
It used to be a hotel called the Crown Plaza.
Yeah.
And Wu-Tang came to us. So this is when I was drinking, and we were all like, we're going to Wu-Tang, you know what I mean? We got to go to Wu-Tang. And so we went down there. I bought one of the like OG Wu-Tang shirt, like the big yellow W, just a nice, crispy, classic Wu-Tang shirt. And we're down there, and then like at the end of the show, like I don't know who it was, like Old Dirty Bastard wasn't there. He wasn't dead yet either. He was in jail. And this was the Iron Flag tour, to be specific. So they're like, yo, after party at the Crown Plaza. And you know, that they were talking to the girls in the crowd, not the kids from the Burncoat neighborhood of Worcester. You know?
Not the drunk, the drunk 20-year-old dudes in the audience.
So we're like,
not the wannabe white rappers.
Yes,
in the audience.
yeah, not Jimmy Cash. Like, yo, want to collab?
Let me spit a freestyle for you.
Oh my
real
God,
quick.
let me spit a free. I didn't do that, thank God. Oh my God. So we go over there. There's like 5 of us, maybe 6. No, we leave. I was so wasted. We drove up to the Burncoat neighborhood for some reason. I remember I was so wasted. I'll never forget. There was one of those gas stations where they have like the glass down, and the lady was like I was such a little shit. Like I reached under the glass while she turned around, grabbed packs of cigarettes, and then we go back down to the Crown Plaza, and right away we run into Jizza. Right away, he's like in the lobby, like he's like doing like something serious. Like he's talking to the front desk. He's like, "Yo, what up, guys?" Said hi to us. Next person we see as we walk further into the Crown Plaza is RZA. Well, and he's with a couple girls, and he's like, "What's up, dudes?" And he's just wicked cool. And we were like, "Oh, can we get an autograph?" So he signed my shirt. I have a signed RZA Wu-Tang shirt that I gifted to my best friend who put me on to Wu-Tang. He still has it. So, but I'll show you a picture of it. But so RZA, so my other buddy pulled out like a piece of paper for him to sign. He's like, "No, I only sign W's." So he totally dissed him. Like he did not sign anything other than a Wu-Tang W. So then we move over to the elevators, and then how does this go down? Method Man comes out. Method Man. I'm sitting in the chair. There's like a scene there now. There's a bunch of people. You know what I mean? There's just like groupies, and you know what I mean? It's just a scene. Dude.
Yeah.
People like smoking weed in the lobby before weed was legal. And Method Man comes out, and I said, yo, what up, Meth? Like classic white boy. Yo, what up, Meth? And he was like, he didn't say anything. And he kept walking. I was like, oh, that's fucking whack. And he heard me. He's like, what, motherfucker? He's like, what's up, motherfucker? And I was like, oh, nothing. He's like, yeah, that's what I thought. and then, dude, this was like a movie, dude. I swear to God, it was like a movie. So then there's this big black dude and he was like, he was like, who got weed, whatever. He had like gold fronts. He's like, you guys want to match up? And I was like, all right. So we went to match up on a blunt or whatever. And he's like, what you got? And he was carrying like suitcases for them. And I pulled out, like, I was wasted and I thought I was being funny. And I pulled out like a bud, like a piece of a bud this big. I was like, yo, throw that in there. And he just like did not think it was funny. He was like, what the fuck is this, motherfucker? You think I'm supposed to put this between my teeth? And then all of a sudden he just hauls off and fucking, like, he's a big dude, just punches me so hard in the chest that I went like flying, dude. Like I slammed into the wall, almost
like a
fell
superhero movie.
Yeah, superhero. Like I went, you know, it was like an anime movie. It was just flashing light. So then, anyway, he had been telling us he was Ghostface Killer's brother or whatever, blah, blah, blah. He had said that. Who knows if he was, but he was affiliated.
Yeah.
And he's still like mouthing off at me. And then all of a sudden the elevator door opens up and it's just like a music video, dude. A Ghostface Killer music video. It's like Ghost is just standing there, like pauses, doesn't walk right out. This is how my drunk brain remembers it. But like he had a bathrobe on with the Jesus piece. Just standing there with like girls in the elevator. He's like, yo, I'll sign autographs outside. And he just walked out. And his brother like grabbed his other bag for him and walked away. And we were like, oh shit, you know? We didn't even want to get his autograph at that point. We were like, let's get out. We went to go outside, and his brother stopped me, and he was like, yo, come here, son. He's like, you took a blow. He's like, bring it in. And he hugged me. He's like, you took a blow, son.
That's a nice ending.
Yeah, it was a nice
story.
ending. I forgot the other part. After he punched me, Raekwon was going, a fight, and the N-word and the white. If the N-word don't win, then we all jump in. And I was like, oh, no. How crazy is that? Crazy Wu-Tang story.
That's crazy as hell.
Yeah.
I can't believe you saved that till
the end. I know. I'm sorry. I forgot.
That is wild.
Yeah, I forgot.
Was it more wild than Hurricane Betty's on your wedding night?
Oh man, I don't know. That's a tough
what
one.
What happened there? And then we'll wrap this up.
Okay, Hurricane Betty's my wedding night. My ex-wife's friends all came out from LA. She was from LA, and they were like, they're a little different breed out there. You know, we had a Catholic wedding out here, and they're like, where's the strip club? And they, I go, Hurricane Betty's. This is after my reception and everything, and my wife goes, if they're going, we're going. Or she goes, I'm going. I don't care if you're going. She said this to me. This is our wedding night. I'm going. I don't care if you're not going. I'm going. She was wild like that. And I was like, oh, are you serious? Like, I didn't want to sound like a bitch, but like, it's our wedding night, babe. You know, like, I'm a good boy. So she, I was like, fuck it, we're going. And we all rolled down there. We rolled deep down there. I'm in my tux. She's in her wedding dress. Hurricane Betty's in the shittiest part of Worcester.
The worst trip.
Just doesn't even make sense, that area. And then she took a picture out front. There's like a picture somewhere on the internet. I didn't get in the picture. I was like, I don't want my family. Like, they just gave us like money. I don't know. You know.
What do you think this is, my wedding night?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So she took a picture out front. We walk in full wedding regalia, you know, and the place just like stops, you know, like the record just stops. And then somebody organized, I don't know if it was my ex-wife, somebody there organized like her to do a bouquet toss to all the strippers.
Oh.
So they got every
Wait,
stripper.
like they called ahead?
No. Yeah, no. It's the wedding planner. The wedding planner. It was all part of the show. No, so they got every stripper from like that was not like on the stage to come out. They came out on the stage and she did a bouquet toss, and the one that caught it gave us a joint lap, like a double lap dance. And while I'm getting the lap dance, I was like, this is so... like, I felt like I was in like a Guns N' Roses music. You know what I mean? Like, this is so... But I also was like, I'm going to hell, and this wedding is doomed. This marriage is doomed. We're done. You know what I mean?
Wait, you weren't like, this is the great start.
No. I was like, this is the worst thing you can do on your wedding night.
You're like, I just wanted to go home.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want
Yeah.
to go back to church the next
Yeah,
day?
I was like, oh no, I'm like excommunicated at this point. I don't even go to church. Like it was her idea to do this. I'm getting like mad now. It's her idea to. She's like, I want to marry you at your childhood church or whatever. So we went through all that and like fuck that church.
She wanted to go to the church and the strip club.
Yes, she's
Both were
evil.
her ideas?
No. Yeah.
That's just all right.
Yeah.
This is our wedding day. Just imagine this isn't your actual. This
Yeah.
is your wedding day.
Yeah.
First, we're gonna go to your childhood church.
Yeah.
Then we're going to the worst strip club known to man
Yeah.
in Worcester,
Yeah.
and that's a great wedding day.
Drag you down to the bowels of hell. Yeah.
Between, we're gonna have freebays.
Yeah. I know we were both sober,
Yeah.
which doesn't make sense on top of it. It was just
I've been thinking about this. I haven't been to many strip clubs in my life.
Yeah,
But I've
good.
also never been to a Hooters. And why wouldn't you just go to a strip club with food? Like, why would you ever go to a Hooters?
I don't know. Well, it's like Hooters is like the Bob Marley of strip clubs. You know, you get a bigger audience. You know, I don't know.
It's a PG-13
Yes,
strip club.
yeah, you can bring the whole family. You know,
That's what
you can get away with it. They're smart.
Yeah, my family never brought me to Hooters.
Me either. Yeah, no. But I brought my family to Hurricane Betty's.
Your family went with
No, just like some people in the wedding party. Oh my God.
Grandma getting a lap dance.
My grandma was dancing that night, which was weird. No, I'm just kidding.
She was on stage. Last time I went to a strip club, my friend bought me a lap dance, and the stripper brought me to the back and put my shirt over my head and started titty twisting me.
That's so fucked.
Horrible.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they like dunk you upside down in a toilet.
Yeah,
Swirly. Wow.
Call me gay and kick me out the door.
Maybe some of her clients like that shit.
Yeah, no. She also.
What strip club was this?
Shit. It was one in Providence.
Oh,
Foxy
one of
Lady.
the big ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like overwhelming.
She also said that she had gotten in a car accident, so her upper chest and face was in horrendous pain.
That means she wanted you to buy her Oxycontin. That's all she meant.
I didn't even.
Yeah.
See, I should have talked to you
Yeah.
beforehand. Should have
Yeah.
been there on your first wedding night.
That's it, dude.
Did you do anything exciting your wedding night?
This time?
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to bed like at a decent time.
That's
it was
nice.
fucking awesome. This is the right one for me.
That's
like,
awesome.
Oh, it's just it was a beautiful day. It was great. It was so good. And yeah, we're
like, want to go to Hurricane Betty's? We'll do it tomorrow.
She knows the Hurricane Betty story. She knows all about it.
Man.
So she's cool with it.
Thank you for doing this.
Thank you. man.
We
This is
covered a
cool.
roller coaster of
We
emotions.
really did. We went deep.
topics. We really did.
The first like hour were very deep, and
That
then
was-
we really loosened
yeah,
up.
it was only like an hour and a half.
Perfect.
That wasn't.
Is
Yeah.
that too long?
No. The
Oh.
beginning was we had a lot to get out.
Yeah, we
There
did.
was a lot
We
of
were
pent up
stressed.
emotion.
We both went through a tumultuous time these past few days, watching some of our closest friends.
Yeah.
and just been. I think we were all like, "What are we all doing?"
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So
Not everyone has it
yeah,
together like you think.
yeah, we're all struggling.
We're all going through it, man. Thank you for doing
Thank
this
you.
on that pause.
Positive.
We start positive, end positive.
Yes.
But no, thank you.
Thanks, bro.
I appreciate it.
Hell yeah.
Everyone, check out Jimmy Cash.
Please do. Thanks, Sam.
Peace.
Peace.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, hey.